So Donald Trump is drawing up the paperwork to completely eliminate and shutter the Department of Education. Now, they're going to tell you it's because the Department of Education has been doing a terrible job. Education in the United States is awful. And they're going to tell you it's because it really belongs in the hands of the states and in the hands of parents. They are, in fact, lying to you. Number one, look at how most of the major educational initiatives that have taken place over the last 30 years have come from Republicans, like No Child Left Behind. So if you have a problem with the way education has gone in the United States, that's what we need to look at, right? The idea that rather than engaging with children individually, that we've been over and over and over again trying to standardize it. Now, this idea that it belongs in the states, deeply concerning for very, very obvious reasons. Look at how many of the states want to use education specifically and only to advance their own political agenda and their own personal agenda. For example, Texas has been doing everything that they can to eliminate all conversation of slavery in their history textbooks, in their U.S. history textbooks. Texas has had tremendous control over education for the rest of this country by virtue of the fact that they buy the most textbooks of any state in the union. And given that fact, we've already seen, because of that, how they've done everything they can to get rid of any discussion of civil rights, unions, and slavery. Without the Department of Education setting some basic standards, there'll be even more reason for them just to completely eliminate it. But that isn't their whole and total goal. The reason why this is happening has nothing to do with parents. You and I both know that, yes, we all want total control over what our children learn. But we also recognize how many parents are abusive, neglectful, and do not know anything about the subject that they think that their children should or shouldn't learn, right? Educators would be the first ones to tell you that we're probably taking those groups all together, that the number of parents who are abusive, neglectful, or just plain old ignorant is probably like 50%. So that's very scary. They're not trying to put it in the hands of the parents. What they're trying to do is they're put it in the hands of corporations. There's a whole lot of companies and business and people with a lot of money who want more say in what children learn, specifically just to create a pipeline from the classroom to their company, to their factory. And they don't want those children thinking about unions, thinking critically. They don't want those children prepared for any other jobs other than what they want them ready for. So, for example, there are instances where you have towns where they say they have some sort of mill or some sort of company in that town that basically wants to be able to say to that school, listen, we'll pay you to only teach the children this kind of chemistry or this kind of math or this kind of something so that they are being prepared to work in this factory and this company and nothing else. So that's what it's really about.